Hello, and my name is DangerPanda, and we're still playing Loren the Amazon Princess. And today we're going to talk to our lovely Druid lady that's covered in plants, and then we're going to go do a task for the Dark Elves. So here we go. Now that the divination is handled, are you going to keep your word with the Dark Elves? Yes, completely. I intend to do what the Druid should have done a long time ago. I've already spoken with the elders about Misfit. They believe him dead. Myrth, a liar? No way. I did not lie to them. I said that he had been dealt with, and that is the truth. They assumed that meant he was dead, and yes, I did not correct them. I don't believe the elders would move towards peace with the Dark Elves if they thought otherwise. It really is in their best interest. Fortunately, I have convinced them that the worst of the Dark Elves has passed. With time, if no more incidents occur, they will be more sensitive to hearing their case. Joking. They've been sensitive for some time now, but it's always been in the wrong way. Why exactly do you think that changed? Because the major threat is over. When they feel safe again, they'll be able to make reasonable decisions. Forgive me for pointing out the obvious, but Misfit was specifically stirring the pot because their plight needed attention. Otherwise, you'd all just go about your business as usual, forgetting them. Sitting back and hoping everything works itself out isn't what they wanted you to do. I think the term "do everything in your power" was thrown around. They're depending on you. Myrth looked genuinely sorrowful. You're right. Of course you're right. Why exactly were the Dark Elves exiled from the forest? Their blood causes the forest great pain, and because I speak for the forest, I feel her pain, to ensure that I see it stopped. That means the Dark Elves cannot live amongst the elves of the forest. What is it about their blood that hurts the trees? They are heart demon. In their veins flows the death of the demons, like the ones in Everburn. Some more jokes, I guess, but she's so sad. That's pretty darn rotten. It is very wrong, yes, but are they evil people? Myrth took the question off guard. The question took Myrth off guard. Well, they are kin to demons, but are they all bad, cruel, criminal? Every time a Dark Elf shows himself to us, it is to inflict harm. It is to steal our things, kidnap our children, or murder our leaders. Good or evil is up to you to decide. All I know is that they cannot live among us. That is all I can say about it. Now this, I feel, is a conversation we should have had before going to visit the Dark Elves. Oops. Who exactly is Misfit? He is the known leader of a gang of Dark Elves, originating from the neighboring desert. No, Myrth, they're not from the forest. They're from the desert. He acted as the face and voice of all Dark Elves, and is pretty much an outlaw, and is very much an outlaw. Don't mind me, I'm just silly. Why? He started out as a troublemaker, petty thievery and vandalism. But unfortunately, it got much worse. Elves, even children, were being kidnapped and ransomed. And recently, one of our elders was murdered. He left a threatening note, so we know it was him. That wasn't very smart. Yes, we were handling the situation on our own, hiring an assassin to track him down, but then you and the princess arrived and asked for my help. And that's the end of that conversation. Okay. Do you really feel pain when the forest is disturbed? Yes. Oh, yes. Is it bad? It depends on how much the forest hurts. When something dies or is damaged out of balance, the forest cries. Cutting down a whole tree will hurt more than cutting off a single branch. The worst pain, even worse than fire, is the feel of a demon in their midst. Demons carry with them a void of life. They slowly kill everything around them. Having such a creature in the forest is beyond torture. She was so angry. So it is beyond pain. And that is why the Dark Elves were expelled? Yes, for the most part. Their actions have branded them exiles, but their blood kept them that way. But it is true that today's Dark Elves do not inflict as much pain as a demon itself. I cannot be sure, actually. Sometimes I am surprised when I am told that Dark Elves entered the forest. Other times I know immediately, such as if the elf made a fresh blood pact with the demons, like Misfit. I think the times that I felt true pain can all be accounted to his activities. Tobar may be right. The Dark Elves may hold no horror to the forest anymore. You were very weary in the desert. Are you sure you can survive outside the forest for long? Yes, I very much think I will be fine. The desert was born from the demon's void. The air was very dry, so it was particularly difficult for me. But I was lightheaded mostly because I am simply not used to feeling alien with my environment. I think I am already beginning to adapt to life outside of the forest. If I returned to the desert today, for instance, I would fare a lot better. Time to be silly. How about an exploding volcano? Probably, I don't know. I mean, will you do okay in demon territory, like Everburn? Oh, I certainly hope so. I felt pain when I was near the forest, but there is no forest in the Everburn Mountains, so I will hopefully feel no pain. But I will have to make sure to get plenty of practice with a large variety of terrain first. Yes, let's talk about demons. Or let's talk about Ray. What is the deal with this Ray character? Oh, I'm so sorry. I really do apologize for him. He is a thorn in my side, too. You sound like you apologize for him often. He's opinionated and brash, I will admit, and I often wish to knock my staff right on his head for the things he says. But you must forgive him, like I do. You are his sister, so you must forgive him, because that's how siblings work. We grew up together as siblings, but he likes to point out that he is not my brother, and why. Silly time. Gee, what a nice brother. Please, don't think ill of him. He really does care about me. Perhaps too much. He does consider himself my brother. He just likes to play, word games. He must win every argument, you see. He sounds like fun. Would you believe me if I said he was? Because he's Ray, that elven assassin that every girl wants. Are you a druid? That's correct. I know that the druids are forest sprites, but since I was raised mostly in the citadel, I do not know don't know as much about them as most elves. So what is the deal with you people? Eleanor. I'm not particularly sure how to best describe my nature. I am not truly a sprite like the nymphs, but I am also born different from humans and elves. I feel as if I am one with the forest, as if I am the forest, like I am her voice. But the term druid has been applied to anyone who studies and is capable of forest magic, and that is what my lineage is called. I know it's common to think of me as a magical creature born from a flower, but druids are similar to both humans and elves. I was born from my mother's womb, not a giant flower, like a nymph. Silly time. That was going to be my next question. Yes, many people ask about druid reproduction. You won't be the first. Oh good, so I'm not weird. No, definitely not. Okay, do you have anything more? So, are you the queen of the elves or something? I'm sorry, what? Everyone looks up to you and calls you elder. The elves are governed by a group of elders, but the forest is governed by the elder druid. That is a bit confusing. I'm sorry. Since the elves inhabit the forest, we coexist. It has been this way since the forest was just a single sapling. There are other druids in the forest, but I am the elder because my mother was before me. Basically, how this works is that I'm kind of like Loren. I inherited the title because my mother was the elder druid before me. Okay, moving on. Do you hold any power over the elves? I would not say that I do, but they do listen to me carefully when I speak of matters important to the forest. They do not take more than they need, and the forest abides them. It's very symbiotic. Okay, next. We should really focus on the task at hand. Don't you agree? Yes, I get it. Back to doing dark elf things. Okay. Dark elf things. Let's free dark elf prisoners from work camps. And yeah, the party's fine like that. Okay. Alright. Find the healer, destroy the healer. Kill the healer. Make the healer wish it didn't exist anymore. Though I suppose we could just knock down the front row while we... Well, that's not good. Alright, make Myrth do a hail one.
Get down!
Maybe we should make her get hailed too. I do not know. Then we'll make Draco do hail stream. That orc. We should bash that orc down because it has a bunch of debuffs on it. Okay, bashing that orc down. Though I think that orc healer is gonna use Cure All on. Yeah. Yeah, I figured it was gonna use Cure All. Okay. Don't worry. Oh, and there goes the combat music. Okay. No mercy. Because Loren does not show mercy for her enemies. She only kicks their butts. And then one of them for no reason. Like, haha. I smacked you in the throat with my sword. Okay, then we should go with that one. That one has a bunch of debuffs on it. Okay. That one has very much debuffs on it. Okay, that works down. Now, no mercy.
Keep up, Mercy.
That work is now is dead. Go after the fireball.
I'm sorry.
And that's how you do that. Okay. Let's see. It's like we've become popular with the elves. The dark elves. Okay, so we're gonna sell some stuff and then... Okay. I'm seeing if I need I don't need a new bow, thank you. Alright, so... I'll buy some potions, like 5 potions. Okay. So... I think that's where we're gonna leave it off at. Next time we're gonna talk to Ray. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, give game advice. Give advice on what game you want me, well, suggestions on what game you want me to play next. And thank you and bye-bye.